Hey, welcome. My name is OJ Kenyatte Johnson, and this is The Black More. Now, our mission is to educate, motivate, and uplift black people worldwide and everyone who loves us, regardless of race, religion, or nationality. If you love black people, this is a platform for you. If you want to stand up for injustice, if you want to learn a little bit about black history, if you want to have a platform for you to voice your opinion, and stand in solidarity with black people across the country and around the world, this is your platform. Today, I want to talk to you quickly just about a feeling. Really, I'm just going to call it reading the signs. To me, being locked up in the house the last few months for quarantine because of the COVID-19 virus, man, I've been looking at the news and it's been weird. It's been like, what the hell is going on? It feels like almost like the apocalypse is upon us, right? So I've just been thinking about, and look at the signs. Read the signs that's happening around us. I definitely think that it's been God kind of speaking to us, y'all. Let me ask you, what did you feel? And I kind of talked a little bit about this in a recent speech I did at the headquarters at the Fremont Police Department during a march. And so I talked a little bit about this for a quick 2 minutes or something like that. So if you've heard this a little bit before, I do apologize, but I wanted to expand on it a little bit. But let me ask you again, how did you feel being locked up, being quarantined, right, with nothing else to do when you start seeing the video of Ahmaud Arbery, right? That brother was hunted down by three individuals because he was just jogging and they murdered him, right? One was an ex-cop and investigator for the DA's department, had all his friends in blue, so they didn't want to arrest him at first, but they got him locked up, but we got to get a conviction. But how did you feel about that? How did you feel about Breonna Taylor's story, right? Young black woman murdered in her bed while she was asleep. The police came in there with a warrant, an unlocked warrant or what have you. We just come in the house, start blasting. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about when you seen the video of that white woman with the dog just harassing that brother who was just bird watching? And then she knew she had white privilege. She knew it. So then all out of a sudden, out of nowhere, she puts on this act. Oh my God, this black man is gonna hurt me. I'm fearful. Oh, send the police. He's hurting me, threatening my life. Hoping that the police just come there guns blazing, and who knows what could have happened. That brother could have lost his life. But how did you feel about that when you saw that, right? And then lastly, George Floyd. When you seen the police slam that brother to the ground, handcuff, and sit on his neck for almost 9 minutes until he was murdered while he was screaming, "I can't breathe," reaching out, calling for his mama, grown man, reaching out to his mama who's in heaven. How did you feel about that? Let me ask you, did you get a deep feeling in your heart? When you're in the pit of your stomach? Did you feel like, hey, what the heck is going on? Something's got to change. That's not right, right? We got to do something about that. If you felt that, let me tell you, that's God. That's God speaking to you. God is speaking to each and every one of us, but we got to read the signs, y'all. He's trying to reach out to us, telling us this is wrong, right? He or she created all of us. Right? One family, one humanity, one family. If you felt any way about any of these videos, again, that's God speaking to you, telling you it's wrong, and it's time we've got to do something about it. It's time to speak up. We can't let this continue to go. My mother, she's passed away. My dear departed mom used to tell me all the time, OJ, God don't like ugly. What she means by that is, God doesn't like ugly deeds, and he's watching us. And let me tell you, God is watching us. God is watching this administration, the way they try to divide us, the way they use race to bait us. And he's watching our response. I think he's watching, not only here in America, but worldwide, how people are dealing with this. And people are starting to wake up. Right? Again, read the signs. There's a movement growing. I woke up this morning and saw on TV that all across this planet, people of all races, all nationalities, all colors, right, all sexualities are coming together in support of Black lives and humanity, right? I'm loving it. Doesn't matter what color or race, what have you. There are people across the planet are standing up for this concept of us being brothers and sisters in humanity. And that obviously the treatment of black people here in America and worldwide is not acceptable. People are not, they're not sitting down and taking that any longer, right? No longer will people stand for injustice, right? And we're not standing for the two forms of justice that has been happening, right? We've had two forms of injustice that's been going on for far too long. One for the privileged elite, and then another form of justice for black and brown people. That justice is just for us. It's just us. It's not just us. And people are tired of that. And so you see this awakening across the planet. And let me tell you, it's coming. It's getting stronger every day. It's like a tsunami. You can't stop us. We're coming. We're coming, and we're coming with love. And if you want to fight injustice, if you don't like and you see the way that black people and the injustice that black people are going through across the planet, now's the time to stand up and let your voice be heard, right? Now is the time to be heard. No longer will we allow what the Black Panther Party used to call the racist power structure, right? Those that are in charge, the 99 or the 1% that are controlling the 99%, right? No longer are we're gonna stand or sit and let those people divide us, right? Again, they want to divide us based on race, based on class, and based on religion. But I'm here to tell you again, God doesn't want us divided, and we need to fight that. We need to come all together, unified as one people, one humanity, right? Under God, to do what's right. And I don't, again, it makes me proud that I see people of all races, all nationalities kind of catching on and speaking up and standing out at this point. It's coming. This movement's coming everywhere. So you better figure out where you want to be in 2020. When you come back years later, decades later, and your grandchildren ask you, what were you doing in 2020? When this whole pandemic, this whole racial injustice, where it seemed like the whole country was on fire. What were you doing? Right? What side of the line were you on? Were you on the side of humanity and brotherhood and sisterhood? Or were you on the other side of manifest destiny, in which, hey, everything in this world is supposed to be for the benefit and the upliftment of white people? That's an old way of thinking. Because again, we're moving away from that, y'all. We're moving to the unity, the brotherhood, the sisterhood in human reality. That's where we're moving. You better get on this train. You better get on this train, because you're going to get ran over or run through. You can hear my dog calling in the background there. Now, also, let me talk about real quickly about Colin Kaepernick. Now, Colin Kaepernick tried to warn you years and years ago by making peaceful demonstrations, right? Taking a knee. And that brother was vilified, lost his career because of it, right? Our president called him what? A bum, thugs, right? Need to get him out of the league. I know so many people that were disgusted, and tried to portray that he was trying to demonstrate against the military or the flag. None of that was true. None of that was true. He was trying to peacefully demonstrate against police brutality years ago, and this brother was vilified. The president of the United States came after him, right? People telling him just to shut up. It doesn't matter. But let me tell you, they didn't listen to us before, but they're listening to us now. You can't turn on the TV without seeing that. They're listening to us now. Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, just came out to this today. I think this morning is when I heard about it. I don't know if he came out yesterday, but this morning is when I heard about it, and actually said the NFL was wrong. That he should have supported Colin Kaepernick. That he should have supported black people and people, who wanted to stand up for injustice and just take a knee peacefully. Because again, if you don't like all the riots and everything that you're seeing going on now, where were you when people were trying to peacefully take a knee and fight injustice? Right? It's crazy, y'all. But we gotta figure this out, right? No one wanted to listen to that brother, but they listening now. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you a couple things that I know for sure. Number one, we gotta vote. You gotta vote locally You got to vote statewide and you got to vote federally, right? The presidential election, we just got to get Trump out. That's just how I feel. I don't think he's for us. I don't think he's trying to unite the country. I don't think he cares about minorities. I know he don't care about black people. I think he just wants to divide us. That's the whole goal, is just to divide us and again, make this a reality TV that we've already seen for 3 years and get in to make his money and do whatever he wants. But here's the problem. We're not putting up with that no more. We can see it. We see the plan. We see that he's trying to divide the country. Now, here's the thing, and I don't mean to make a blanket statement about every Trump supporter. I don't mean to do that. But it is coincidental, and you got to recognize, and please recognize, again, coming from a black man, this is what I see, my perspective, right? It's not lost on me that, let me put it this way. You may not be able to call every Trump supporter. I know every Trump supporter I know is not a racist. I know every Trump supporter is not a card-carrying Klansman. However, every racist, every white supremacist, every card-carrying Klansman is a Trump supporter. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just calling it. We got to get that man out of office. He doesn't represent you, doesn't represent me, definitely doesn't represent unity, and has no concept about the brotherhood and sisterhood and humanity, right? He doesn't get it. So we got to vote him out. My last thing to you is, in every position along the line, along the chain, right? If they're not prosecuting the police like we believe that they should be, if they're not taking the cases we believe that they should be, if your president doesn't represent you and represent the needs of you and your family, across the board, we got to vote these people out. But we got to show up. We got to show up for the state, the local, and the federal elections. We got to vote and we got to come together, all of us. And you're seeing that now, and I'm super proud about that. Super happy about that. It's incredible. The turnout that we've seen in Fremont is mind-blowing. I never thought in a million years would I see so many non-black people walking the streets of Fremont, California, yelling Black Lives Matter. That blows my mind, but I love y'all for it. All right, I'm starting to ramble. I'm going to let y'all go. That's my time. I love you. Remember, there's no such thing as race. Again, there's no such thing as race. That's a made-up concept. It's made up to divide the people. We are but what? One people. One people. We come from one race, the human race. All right, y'all. Much love. Peace.